Good morning. Good morning. It is January 9th. It is your official Monday. Welcome back to the Love and Light crew. Much appreciated. My sponsors and my supporters. This is a timeless energy reading, so I speak to beyond the now. Anyway. Full disclosure, I did not make my breakfast today because I had a discount coupon thing going on. And how much shit I encountered yesterday. And I'll talk about it later, but right now I just want the feel goods. And knowing that even though there's so many wonderful things foretold, there's a transition period. And the whole point is to partially ingest this, digest this through like not get indigestion. So I gotta feel good about it is what the angels are saying. My ancestors. Oh yes, thank you, my ancestors. So much thank you. So like I get into the habit of thanking the angels first off, and then my guides, because in that order of priority, spirit of course comes first. And when I address spirit, I pretty much address like the divine and all. But like, you know, it's important to acknowledge different sectors of spirit, and so that's what they're telling me. And so people feel kind of left behind, like underappreciated. And the whole part of this is like, I grew up basically in marketing, and my studies pertain to that, and interests at core level, not like in getting, you know, the hook into people, but like understanding the value, the psychology behind it, and making the most out of it, more than just like 3D financial. So, you know, it's just, it's important for me to like, relay different facets, express gratitude within different facets of spirit, of source, because like I'm basically the brand ambassador when it comes to one of the acting brand ambassadors when it comes to educating others about their roles within our progress. The very resources that we've been provided since birth, if not prior to. So anyway, they prep us so that we can knock it all down. Remember, like those bricks paving the road. Anyway, being a transition period, I know that I can't just like cut things off and then just set up shop or whatever. Like, it's not meant to stress me out. There's so many other things happening in life, and so I'm just gonna throw out a few here and there, whatever, you know, helps me with my progress. So I'm trying to strike a balance between all of that. So there's one post that I must address, part of like my diary, you know, it's more for me than anybody else, but it's part of the shadow work to digest it in a 360, so that when I'm scribing it, I can put things into perspective, the piece into the whole, and just show gratitude within that dynamic of like journaling, basically. So, but that doesn't necessarily, like, for anybody, would infer a feeling or suggest a feeling of contentment. Like, what I'm about to like convey is something that just needs a little bit of balance. So we're here, and we're going to find out. This is all moving towards the progress of, it has to be all relevant towards where I'm moving towards. So we're going to answer the question, you know, we can ask it many times, but this is the first time that we're going to ask it, and this is relevant to you and I, okay, at the timing that you receive this. So, what do your people love about you? And this could be like anybody, you know? It doesn't have to be 100% romantic. It could be just like your friendships, your family, etc. What do your people, like your audience, your local collective, what do they love about you? Wouldn't you want to know? Because, the first step in marketing really is to listen, okay? If we're going to just boil it down to singular words, okay? Listen. So in that gesture, that passive aggressive in its most divine aspect is receptivity. And you're trying to determine what others' needs are. And then you go from there. What you've got to fulfill them. Like, what do you have in your plot, your local sandbox? What can you generate in order to fulfill those needs? And so, or do you already have that in inventory, right? Why am I sweating? What the heck? This is the first time that the first time that I've worn this shirt in quite a while. I'd say many, many years. It's vintage. It was like long sleeve and it was like really stuffy looking. Let me show you. It's like, excuse me. Good sir. Good sir. What is it? It like has this mock pop collar thing going on. And it was long sleeve. It was like Pioneer gone wild. But I did a little ruffle butterfly sleeve because I was like, I can save you, and I wear a little crop top with some bell-bottom jeans. Why do I remember these things? I don't know, because I need to. I don't know. I'm not going to talk down on my experiences, but it was cute. So I saw it sitting here locally, and I'm like, hey you, how you doing? Anyway, I'm sure you care. Anyway, I pulled out 4 decks here. Okay. We have the Sensual Goddess, Tarot del Fuego. I don't know, does that a pull deck? I don't know. I think I did a reading a long time ago and I saved the cards on the side so that I could read again. I don't know what the heck. Tarot of Sexual Magic and Decameron Tarot. I got I got these for, well, I mean, I have others, but it was just something that I was drawn to. I was drawn to this, but then this is like when I was reaching in the cave of where I put them, I first got that, and then I got this, and then I got this, and then I got this, this is what I was looking for. But whatever, man, whatever. So we're going to do like a little okay, Spirit, which one do you want me to work with right now in answering this question? What do our people love about us? Oh, it's Tarot del Fuego. Okay. Fine. They didn't want it to they know. Okay, Tarot del Fuego. Oh shoot. We have a malachite or it's not just malachite. It's a blend. Wow, okay. Alright, so what do our people love about us? Angels of Love and Light, I call you in to direct and protect these messages. My chakras, or our chakras, our auras, our space, and that of our families. And we are excluding and ousting, and I ask you to just please stand guard and keep these energies out that are just It's not like, I don't mind funky, okay? I don't mind weird. I don't mind the oddball. Like, I don't mind the inquisitive or the curious, but I sure as hell don't want no bullshit. I don't want any bullshit, okay? So just scoot that out. No, thank you. No, thank you. Just scoot that bullshit out. Okay. Thank you. All right. Focus, focus, focus. What is it that our people love about us? Because, you know, it's good. It's like a pre-applause, basically. Just like the, how do I say it? Like the personal account is taken after a standing ovation. That's what kind of vibe I want to get out of this. Yeah. Because, okay, so we're going to listen. Okay, this is the feedback that we're, you know, just so that we can make some tweaks. We're not going to completely change things, okay? That was the last word of the day. And we're just going to, we know that we need to make some necessary tweaks to fine tune. Okay? And this is not just all for doing it for the people, doing it for the gram. This is kind of making it an enjoyable, interactive process. So I'm not going to completely change my form or whatever. I'm just, and I'm not going to completely just target my content towards what they want to hear. It has to be like learning resources as well. So we'll figure this stuff out. So marketing, okay. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. That's funny. So, what our people love about us is that we're this, like, familiar to them. Okay. Give me a second. Oh my gosh. Don't worry. Everything is still good. Everything is still good. Okay, thank you. All right. So looking at this, it's like we're other people's familiar. Okay, so it's like, but we're kind of taboo, you know? It's like, if you want to ride, don't ride the white pony. So we're like kind of like a drug to them. Almost, they think that they're doing the carrot and stick to us, but I don't know what kind of relationship you have with your people, but I know what kind of relationship I have with mine. So this may be very interesting for you. And very true. But it's like, they think that they have the control here, but they're the ones blind, how do I say it? They're the ones blindfolded and can't really see. This is like their Eight of Swords energy, which is, you know, it's like binded, almost stuck, but within your own control. Like, not necessarily knowing it, but, you know, sometimes you do. Regardless, it's it's almost like the blind leading the blind here, so it takes some time. However, there is vision within each world of perception. So combined energy, it's like you fulfill the missing parts to each other in order to drive forward. So this transformative process is a dual process, and it's somewhat of an exchange of energy. And because of that, it's like your DNA is reconfiguring. We talked about this in interconnectedness in the a couple of days ago, or a couple of readings ago, using the code something DNA co-creation code deck. That's funny. Okay, so what does that mean for me? Somebody's like dangling a carrot or some pentacle energy before me. I think it's, oh, I see. People are kind of just giving me hope and seeing that there's, even if I have to go by bare bones approach, that I can still make it forward, that I can still look forward to things, and that I'm not completely dead, you know? Then bones and bones gonna walk around. There might be some tribal affiliations here. If we're speaking on a macrocosmic level, I see like native, like indigenous type of like references here with 3 teepee mountains, trials, encountering disastrous circumstances. So, but with that, like this transformation process, and however we're reconfiguring, reformatting, or just whatever happens within reformation, we know that this is guided and also overseen by divine light, because the quench, you see like the rain is quenching, the thirst of the fire. And it's all beneath this cloud of the almost like the death card there. So life is a mystery. Everyone must stand alone. Is that right? Because this is not... I hear you call my name and it feels like home. I don't know. Like, I'm down on my knees. I want to take you there in the midnight hour. I can feel your power. Just like a prayer, I'll take you there. Huh. Interesting. It's also like the Fool card, because there's the cliff right here. You don't know how far the fall is, but it's like it's a melding. Like there's a tower moment with each person, like you see, with each life form, within each sentient being. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bats. That's 9 of swords. Yeah, it keeps you up. So okay. That's a lot for just one card. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. There's gotta be more. Okay, so why do your people love you? So I think it's like we resuscitate each other. It's not necessarily, it doesn't have to be like the angelic hope that you see like on a prayer card that somebody leaves on your doorstep or whatever. No, and there's no hate on that either. I'm just saying, like, this is very different within its view, but like the intent is very much in the same alignment, Okay. It's delivered more like more emphatically. All right. Why do our people love us? What? Okay. Knight of Wands. Okay. We give them a certain degree of confidence. Yeah, even if it's an indirect, like a certain degree of confidence that we exhibit when we set out into this world, whether on pony or not, on Pony Express or not, it's like that inspires others as well. It's like, well, if they can do it, then I can too. Again, we have 9 spirits here. 9... kind of like 9 of Wands, but it's kind of, they're not like, they're disembodied spirit. Well, no, yeah, I would say kind of like 9 of Wands. So there's something protective. Oh, there's 10. There's 5 on each side. Oh. And they're standing on like 4 wands here. Okay, there's a lot of messages here. This card speaks highly of confidence, vigor, like virility, youthfulness, and how that centers around a home. How a home, Four of Wands, home and hearth, can build a castle, but moving it from here to here, something that's humble to something almost like majestic, is blessed by the sun, blessed by the light of the divine. But being so, in order to house that, in order to carry that, it's a lot of added weight. So there's a lot of, Ten of Wands is backbreaking. It's so it's a lot of responsibility. Okay, we've seen this, the iterations of Ten of Wands within recent readings, and it's just a lot of especially I think TikTok, but it's a lot of that is lifted. You see, it's kind of rising up. So what were we gonna say about that? The key is through the throat chakra, like speaking your voice. So a lot of you might be orators, vocalists, poets even. Yeah. That are unable to unlock that wealth. So when it comes to others, or our people loving us, we're not just like positive people, but like positive influences that create great impact. There's something more that I wanted to say about this. People see us as a vehicle to unlock decode that source of wealth. See, nobody's writing this. Somebody's writing this one. So it's almost like this bare-boned approach. Oh, look. They're looking at each other. And these are very much linked. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Why do our people love us so? What is it about us that other people... No, not other people. Our people love about us. Because, we can say it's a mutual exchange. Oh, another Knight. Okay, Knight of Cups in reverse. Opening the Fool card. I'm sorry, the Hermit card in reverse. Okay, bringing a sense of awareness, like awakening. Coming out of the dark night of the soul. It opened up. Okay. Oh, okay. Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay. I feel like the Knight of Cups, like, is chivalrous. They offer, like, they're very romantic. However, in reversal, it's like our people love us because every now and then we have to pull away from situations because our experience is not just carry like this nostalgic effect. It's not just about the romance. There's so much more to love than just that aspect. So sometimes we have to pull away and let people kind of recalibrate on their own. So, we're a support tool. We're we offer moral support. But when it becomes too comfortable, or when we see that it's alarmingly dangerous, being that this is a third night, I mean, knights are doers, they're executors, basically. But not 100%. Like, it depends on what deck you're looking at, because they don't like they don't make the decisions, they carry them out, whatever they're told. And so they're, it's more mature than the pages, but there's still like the commitment is has its own threshold, so they're like employed to do certain things. And you may, I don't know if you work with spirit or for spirit, but within your own context, it's like, we know at a certain point that we have to be able to pull away for others, to enable others to come out of the dark night of the soul. So it's like, when you look at the breaking point of something that's hatching, for the first time, you have to allow it to burst out of its own shell. Like, you can help nudge it through during the earlier and mid stages, but when it comes to that final bout of release, you have to leave it up to that individual to break through. So and you can observe it, that's completely fine, because upon the awakening, upon the release, there's a bonding. I mean, you can see that within like an orgasmic experience as well. So the breakthrough is very much of an imprinting process for the individual, as well as a mutual for that also engaging within the welcoming process to a new phase. So that's why others are people. That's what our people love about us. That when it comes to love, there's a certain maturity in being able to know when to step away during certain phases. And like, it's a respect for the sacredness of what's happening, or what needs to happen. And also, people know that people don't just like come and, I know people come and go in our lives, but that we're not meant to stay permanently. They know this because it's such a very intimate, worthy experience when you stepped into their lives, when we stepped into their lives. Yeah. So, okay. Alright. Huh. The Emperor was on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Yeah. So, Spirit, like, I know I work for Spirit, so I know that there's a certain amount of like acceptance and acknowledgement that I have when it comes to interacting with others, that there's a degree of aloofness even with the way I speak about things. So partially it executes the degree of preserving privacy, but also it's it's kind of like helping people save face, so that they're encouraged to move through it with less fear, like with less embarrassment, to progress without, having that extra heavy weight on their shoulders. So, people love us because we're able to not be so clingy when it comes to, like, we're mothering instead of smothering. And, yeah, that's what Spirit is saying. Yeah. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. This became like so serious. Like, geez, Spirit, what the heck? Why? It's fine. It's good. I thought this was gonna be fun. Okay. Okay, what do our people love about us? What's going on? What do our people love about us? Oh no, okay. 8 of Wands in reverse opened up to strength. Okay. So, there's no question about it. There's nothing more that needs to be said or done. Or a very strong support figure. Like, we're almost like dividing the tides, like separating the waters, which is like a wolf of the like the ruthlessness of something that's in flow. So we have the magic to be able to do that. We show the world that we are strong within our power to do so, because we've shown it before. And so it really speaks to this element here, because when it dropped, it landed upright. Which is the Knight of Pentacles, which is the first card that we started with. That people see that where everything connects when it comes to us at starting point. Oh my gosh, at starting point. Do you see that? The tail of the beast of like water, the parting the seas with the jaws and all that. The starting point, they see at starting point that we connect like all of the dots when it, like they can connect the dots, right? But like they see how crucial our role is within their journey. And strength here is 11 instead of 8, which is center point of the major arcana. It moved from 8 to 11, so otherwise we'd have master number 88 here, but now we have master number 11. You know, being next to the 8 of Wands. So, I think we're looking at more like angel number 118. I feel like that's important here. Yeah. So, like, we might not converse with our people, directly as much. There might not be, like, the dialogue. We might converse, like, being orators or vocalists or whatever. Or poets, but it's not like an immediate dialogue, okay? The dialogue is carried out energetically speaking. So there's nothing more that needs to be uttered. Like when I meet people or people that I know already that I know watch my readings, we don't, like, there's no conversation about it. In fact, like, a lot of occultists, they're not going to just, like, that stuff is very intimate. Like, that shit is your private space. So, to speak about it so casually is almost, like, taboo. Those conversations can be carried out one-to-one, like, on a more intimate, personal level. But, like, when you're out in public, it's not something like, oh, you're just spitting facts, dropping names, etc. That's not how it goes. So what fell into the lap is Justice muted, 6 of Pentacles, the World card pronounced, King of Wands pronounced, and 8 of Cups pronounced. Okay, what does this mean? Okay, so we take our people love us because we take justice into our own hands and we balance the scales. We're entrusted to do so. It's not like we're entitled to do so, but we're entrusted. We've been given that role, given that power, and for very good reason. To help close out cycles. This is the middle card, like the centerfold. It's holding center stage. Okay. King of Wands and 8 of Cups are the last 2 cards that are elevated, accentuated. This is a player of good sorts. Like, well-respected, confident, has her, like, because there's stuff going on, right? Like the man's man, right? An Eight of Cups pronounced. What would that mean there? I don't know why I'm getting, because like Eight of Cups, fully pronounced, like it's like we've manifested ourselves, like self-actualized. There's so much abundance strewn into these cups. They're almost lifelines and channels. The vines are veins from the divine, fueling our cups. So people see us as very abundant. That it's like the +1 to the Seven of Cups. So the dreams, the options, the simulations of possibilities are elevated. There's just so much that the cups overflow with to add on the eighth one. So in going and finding yourself, it's like you don't have to go out. Like shit comes to you. That's what they're saying. They're like, whenever you're feeling at a low and you just think about it, and there's so much gratitude that you have for how it is, and you know how it's not like everything's perfect or anything, but it's just like just when you look at things, it's like, it's no hard feelings, universe. I know. And so it's like that stuff comes to you. It's like delivered to you. Yeah. Yeah, it's, having absolute confidence, right? In the universe, coming through, closing out cycles. That it just comes to you. You see? Like, it just, like, it's, it enfolds you. It wants to, like, embrace you. That's interesting. What is it? So we started off with 3 nights, like, consecutive. I've never had such a showing. So, you might have a lot of suitors as well. Just coming through, maybe very highly attractive at this point, regardless of how you feel or like how you're acting, like who you are at the moment. It's very attractive. It's more, I'm hearing more than enticing, you might carry like that lusty appeal from time to time, but like it's a higher degree than that. It's a step above, many steps above that anyway. Attractive is people are drawn to you, vehicle or no vehicle, bare bones or no bare bones approach. We have 3 out of 4 type of suitors. So that's like 75% of the population, basically, of possibilities. And they're coming through for us right now. And what were we going to say about that, Spirit? Oops. What were we going to say about that? Shoot. I don't remember. Okay, that's fine. 3 nights. Okay. Oh, we're talking about, I was thinking 3 kings. Okay. I was trying to remember the significance of that. Yeah, okay. Okay. I don't know. I'm hearing Three Dog Nights. I don't know. There's only one song that I know from them, I think. One is The Loneliest Number That You'll Ever Do. I don't know if I feel lonely, but I decided yesterday, like, reaffirmed it. Like, I already knew, but it's like, I'm not going to be alone and sad. I'm not doomed to be that way. If I'm going to be alone, I'm going to be happy, and that's all there is to it. And if I'm not alone, I'm definitely not going to, be unhappy. Like, I just choose happiness, okay? And if we have to start on a granular level, I'll be alone and happy, but I'm not lonely. I'm good. So people may love us because they might also feel a certain degree or implication of loneliness. What is this? Page of Swords in reverse, the Tower in reverse, and Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay. So I guess I can deliver the bad news first, right? People love us, like, even though they don't currently love us, like, they're not going to admit to it. So we have, like, liars, gossipers, like, bullshitters, spies, etc. And they're in the middle of a mess, right? But then there's also the Queen of Wands in reverse, who's highly promiscuous and, like, just ratchet, just like nasty, lack of confidence, etc. I'm speaking of like the poorest of the poor, like when it comes to spiritually speaking. But so they're in a mess, okay? So what do you want me to say about this? Okay, so let's talk about the good stuff here, okay? Okay. It's like they're wet blankets, right, to this whole experience for the collective. So it's like you hang them up, we hang them up to dry, basically. Like, I'm looking at the tower, and it's like a messy, like, hot towel, like, so you don't want to leave it in the corner because it's gonna, like, reek of mold and bacteria and whatever. So I'm looking at that, like, as in hangman status. So what do? Yeah, you line dry it so it doesn't, that's what I'm getting there. So within that, like, all of them, because they're both encased in this energy. Like, I mean, these are major bitches, people who put out and people who, like, don't, but, like, they still are, like, sleazy within their own ways, like. So when you, like, hang this up, usually there's two people, like, falling out of the tower and one at top. Yeah, so it's like when you hang up this essence, this mess, it's like, this is your mess, not mine. Done. Whatever. You give it time, you give it rest. That's like tough love, So our people love us because we set an example by doing that with them. Okay? But around the bend, when these people make their changes, you see, like, there's only one body here, and it's just bare bones at the very bottom. Their souls love us for fulfilling our contracts to make them, see that change needs to happen. Okay, for their soul's growth, for their soul journey. So they might not, like, in the 3D, like, love us here, but or at this time, but when it comes to the soul's growth and the spirit beyond the body, they love our involvement, because who the hell are you gonna tell these people to stop? Like, Okay, so these last four, I suppose. So this one opened up 5 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so you drop the conflict. You're like, I'm not here for that. Okay. Yeah, 10 of Cups, the Sun, King of Cups, and the Magician. How freaking crazy is that? You know, people love us because within that final say, before we even know, like, what, it's not premeditated. It just comes naturally. Okay, so that's insane. This is magnificent. This is magnificent. With how we handle those situations with multiple characters that makes life messy. You know, we realize that we're not going to take on everything. Okay, we're not going to take on other people's sorrows or other people's healing process. We're not going to take on those responsibilities. We're not going to live that codependent, you know, relationship, whether it's inflicted, you know, we're not going to do that. Okay. So we have Spirit here alongside with us in the most loving aspect. Like, this is King of Cups to me is Spirit, like on a norm to me. I love Spirit. But like watching over us, like, you know, the magic, and the development of it. Do you see that? Like, that's what we just saw in the Tower card right there. Like people are laid out. Shut up. Oh my gosh, I see this. Okay, so you saw the Tower card right there. Okay. So we see that people are laid out in that King of Cups card. Laid out. Kind of like sleeping. Like, so it's like I binded them. We binded them. Do you see that? Like, that sword is very congruent with that imagery right there. You see the hilt and then the crown. So, yeah. So if people want to act like tools, we're going to treat them like tools, but we're going to resource them to the highest degree. And that's how we achieve the 10 of Cups in the highest light. Like, this is a spiritual high five right there with the Hamsa. This is dual goat energy, you know. Greatest of all time in the animus and anima. Yeah, divine feminine, divine masculine form. Most excellent. That's crazy. Okay, bottom of the deck is 7 of Pentacles, reaping. You know, it's time to harvest. This is excellent. We're highly abundant. Like, it's our time. People love us because they can show their love now. You know, like, we have leveled up to like this. This is crazy. This is amazing. Crazy amazing. Okay, give me a second. Oop, doop. Okay. The top of the deck is the Hierophant in reverse. Yeah, so we're like non-traditional in our form. Like, what do you say? Like, we're the cool kid when it comes to like the magicians. When you do a lineup, we're the ones that are like, oh, I want to learn from them. That's kind of cool. Yeah. We're kind of like nerds, you see, like, you see 4 eyes on each side, so it's, so eyes are like the seat of the soul, right? So what energy would that be? I feel like the heart, like the cup energy. Oh yeah, so we have like 8 of Cups here, but like 9 and 10. So we have an iteration of the 10 of Cups here. Yeah. So our people love us because we're like, it's not that we're just like smart or just intelligent. There's a whole lot of wisdom, ancient wisdom within us, but we bring it forward like in a new school manner. So whether like you speak more of like in a street lingo or encounter any kind of language barrier, or what do you call it? Any bouts with ageism. There's something within us that is highly relatable, that bridges the gaps between many obstacles. So it's like we're that rainbow is what I'm getting. Like, I don't know why I'm getting that here, but it's like we're that rainbow. When we get like hit those obstacles, like, okay, we talked about the bricks, paving down, like roadblocks, paving down the avenue. So before, to enable others, to facilitate others' growth and being able to knock down those blocks, we're that bridge, like a rainbow, and that's casted over, and like it's like we're teaching them, kind of like on a energetic plane, and then so it's easier for them to knock them down, one by one. So wherever they're at within that paving process, even while taking a break, that's what we represent to them. Okay. Oh, one flew back in, and I don't know which one that was, but that's okay. It was meant to go back in. That was weird. Okay, fell on the Six of Pentacles. K A N T U L E P I E A I L U C O. So I see Cat. Someone's name again. I haven't seen her name in a long time. Pan. So, is that the devil in a different... Anyway. UCLA. Like. Pull. Tank. Luck. People see us as lucky. Lucky. Oh, lucky Pan. Lucky devil. No, like luck is on our side. I wouldn't say it's like 100% luck. Like, I know how hard I worked, like years of it. And that's outside of spirituality too. Like the research process is intense. Plant. Okay, I feel like that's legit. Like when you're growing a tree, it takes some time, my dearies. Love, plant. Okay, there's a lot of vowels here, so I guess I could have had tulip here, but we have plant. Tail. Toil. Koala. Okay. People people might find us like exotic, but huggable, like just like this foreign animal that you don't see, this foreign creature that you don't see every day, that you hardly even see, but you have to like go down under, right? Is that Australia? I feel like, if I'm getting that correct, but I think koalas are from down under, but that's the whole idea of like the dark night of the soul, or you know, going into that darkness, the underworld, and we're just like this cuddly creature. That just, it's like, oh, I didn't expect to see you here. Interesting. Oh yeah, I have a smile over here. Okay, that's funny. Okay. EP, yeah, okay, so, you know, I've heard of people, like, when they're trying to, like, land, game or whatever, that they say that they do the long play. I've heard somebody actually say that. Like, I think that's the right way. It's been a long time since I've heard that. But, EP, I finally looked up what LP versus EP is. But I think EP is extended play. It doesn't make sense to me. Long play, extended play. Anyway, extended play. So it's like the full out version of their, you know, album or whatever. So, our people love us because we show them that even though that there's like no shortcuts into the healing and the growth process, that in the end, like, and even throughout the process, that we can make it like an enjoyable one. Like it's very worthy of honoring that. So let me just show you. Oh wait, Scheiße. Sorry. What? There we go. Oopsie. There we are, my dear. Okay, sorry, that was loud. Okay. That's what we got so far. Okay. Thanks very much for joining me. I hope that helped. Okay. I have to reassess and see what this is all about. But I appreciate it. I'm going to do shorter clip ones just because I just want to play with the other cards. Anyway, okay. Excuse me. Thank you once again. I hope that helped you. But now that this reading is officially over, I close out all portals, but I send back all energies back to their immediate portals with their karma. All their karma. Send it all back. And close all portals. Thanks so much. We'll see you again. Bye for now.